Sunset. I talked to Carrie, and I talked to Private. When Billy and I took our trip to Florida, as y'all heard Private say, she was talking back and forth and with Billy on one end, she talked to me on another end. So there was some confidence in Carrie there. There was there was trust in Carrie there, because Carrie seemed to be trustworthy. So both of us, Billy and I, confided. Both Billy and I confided in Carrie. Right, hold on. Let me put up another box. Because they probably going to start reporting. Let me put up another box. Hang tight a ticker two. Hang tight a ticker two. Hang tight a ticker two. Okay. Are we good? Can y'all hear me now? 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 Okay. Let's take it from the top, because they said it was some glitching, right? We're not gonna go all the way back. We're just gonna go to the Florida trip. We're just gonna start at the Florida trip. Billy and I had both confided in Carrie during the argument that we had while we were down there. Carrie came off as confiding and conciliatory. She talked to her and she talked to me. So she was considered to be a mutual party, and we trusted her. Private was also someone that I talked to on the back end, and we had intensive talks about Billy, and Private didn't really care for Billy. Private kept telling me to leave Billy, and things of that nature. She kept, throughout my relationship with Billy, Private never spoke well of her. She never spoke well of her. So Private had a problem with Billy the whole time, right? So when Billy came on Messy TikTok, and she told the story of our sexual interactions, and she told the story to make it seem like I assaulted her in some kind of way. Billy knew exactly what to say and who to say it to. That's why she came over to Messy TikTok and did what she did. Okay, fine. We moved on from that. So in that, I was pretty distraught. I was pretty distraught that Billy would do what she did. When she came over here, it's on the blogs. Y'all can go and look at the clips and listen to how Billy described our sexual interactions. Right? She said that we had anal sex, and I told her it's supposed to hurt, and I ripped her butt and everything else. I'm telling them, I said that's not true. I said they ain't all of that. That's her thing. It's not my thing. So I'm on the phone with Carrie and Private at the same time. Now they're trying to say that I revenge corned Billy, because in that conversation, I shared with them the video. I did share with them that video. It was not in a moment of anger. It was not in a moment of revenge. It was not in a moment of where I was trying to get back at her. I trusted them. We were in a conversation. I was emotional. I was crying in that conversation, and I'm like, I can't believe she's doing this. I did not assault her. The anal thing is her thing. Billy and I'm sorry, Carrie and Private told me that they had deleted the video. If they chose to send it to somebody else and somebody else is that doesn't tie back to my that does not tie to my IP address. That does not tie to my IP address. Y'all can do what y'all want. I can prove what I'm saying. I have the text messages between Carrie, Private, and I. I have a recorded phone call between Carrie, Private, and I. Now that Carrie and Private have now decided they're against Bando, now they want to try to make it seem like it's some revenge thing when they were confided in as friends. They were consoled. If I could just throw all of this shit, play the call. No. DeLurka, why did they need to see it? Again, you had to be there in the conversation, DeLurka. I was talking to a friend, to two friends. We were on a conference call together. This was not something where I called one and called the other. I had both phones going. I was on one call, one phone with one. I was on the other call with the other. I was on the other phone with the other. I had both of them on different phones. I had both of them on different phones. I can pull my call log and show you that I'm on the phone with both of them at the same time. Under no circumstances would I ever, still even to this day, I haven't tried to shame Billy. Still to this day. I haven't called her out her name. I haven't done any of that. That conversation between Carrie, Private, and I was a private conversation. So what phone was recording? Listen, I'm telling y'all how the conversation, all these other questions and stuff, we ain't even finna do all that. We ain't even finna be doing that. I don't care what your perception of it is. I'm telling you the facts. Carrie and Private are now trying to turn it into something that it wasn't. And they're more than welcome to do whatever they want to do. Anything coming from anywhere does not come from my IP address. For them to try to make it seem like it was some revenge, pornography, whatever, is diabolical. I had a conversation with Private about 2 or 3 days ago, maybe about a week ago, and Private shared with me that there was a few guys on TikTok that be in her DMs, and she shared with me a couple of the names of the guys that are in her DMs. And I said to Private, I said, "Oh, I'm telling. What? I'm telling." And at that time, what Private said to me is, "Kev, don't forget, I got the video of Billy. Don't forget, Kev, I said, Private, why would you say that to me? Why would you even indicate that would be something that you would do?" I said, "Private, you said that you deleted the video." And then she said, "I'm just playing, Kev. I would never do anything like that. That is not my character. I would never, ever do anything. I've been deleted that video a long time ago." That's what she said to me. And this was just a week and a half ago, if that long. That's what Private said to me. She was telling me about guys. One of them is Bro Code, Lorenzo. She was saying that Lorenzo be in her box and be trying to holler at her and stuff like that. I said, oh, because all that stuff was going down with Lorenzo and Top Shelf and everything. So that's when that conversation took place. And so I said, oh, I'm telling. And she said, "Kev, don't do that." I said, "Oh, I'm telling. And she said, "Kev, don't forget, I got that video of Billy." I said, "Private, why would you even say something like that?" No, I'm telling you the facts. I'm telling you the facts. So you look, food for thought. You do the dishes. I'm not trying to clear up shit. I'm not trying to convince you a goddamn thing. So she had already indicated to me that that's something that she was going to be doing.
Call me. I've never been with this man.